Morning, Wanda. Today we are going to discuss about the problems on economical aspects of power generation. Okay, in the last class also we have discussed about the some problems that will be related to the economical aspects of power generation. Okay, first coming to the first problem, a power system has the following daily load cycles. Okay, is the following daily load cycle. Okay, in this problem we are giving the time and the load. By using this time and the load, plot the load curve and load duration curve, and also calculate the energy generated per day. Okay, and also calculate the energy generated per day. Okay, first of all, by using this given data, we draw the load curve. After that, we draw the load duration curve. First, in the x-axis, we are considering as the time in hours. Okay, how many hours are there? How many hours are there? We are having that 24 hours. Okay, therefore, taking an x-axis, we are considering that is 4, 8, and 12, 16, 20, and 24. Okay, this is the 4, this is the 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. This is the 20, this is the 24. And y-axis, we are considering the loads, that is 20, 40, and 60. Okay, and then we draw the load curve. Okay, 6 to 8. Okay, 6 to 8, we are having the 20 megawatts. 6 is this, and 6 to 8, we are having the 20 megawatts. After that, 8 to 12, we are having the 40 megawatts. 8 to 12. Okay, 40 megawatts. Next, 12 to 16, 60 megawatts. 12 to 60, 60 megawatts. Next, 16 to 20, 20 megawatts. 16 to 20, 20 megawatts. 16 to 20. Next, 20 to 24, 50 megawatts. Okay, 20 to 24, 50 megawatts. To 24, 50 megawatts. Next, 24 to 0, 20 megawatts. Okay, 24. Therefore, that load curve shows the various loads at a particular time. Okay, this is the load curve. Okay, first we are considering that is the time in the x-axis and loads in the y-axis. Okay, we are considering 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 are the time in 24 hours, and this is the load. Okay, the loads are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, up to 60 is the maximum loads. Okay, for first 6 to 8 hours we are having the 20 megawatts. Okay, first of all 6 to 8 we are having the 20 megawatts. 6 to 8 20 megawatts. Next 8 to 12 40 megawatts. Okay, 8 to 12 40 megawatts. Next 12 to 60 60 megawatts. Okay, 12 to 16 16 megawatts. Next 16 to 20 20 megawatts. Okay, next 20 to 24 50 megawatts. 20 to 24 50 megawatts. Okay, this is the load curve that will be drawn in between the with respect to the time to load. Okay, therefore the load curve that will be drawn in between with respect to the time to the load. Okay, by using this load curve, then we draw the load duration curve. Okay, this is the load duration curve. Okay, what is the difference between the load curve and the load duration curve? Okay, by using this load curve, we easily understand the what is the maximum demand that will be in the descending order. Okay, all the loads that will be drawn in the descending order. Okay, this curve is known as the load duration curve. Okay, therefore this curve is known as the load duration curve. Okay, first of all, what is the highest peak? 60 megawatts is the highest peak. How many hours the 60 megawatts will be uptime? 12 to 16. Okay, therefore how many hours are there in between 12 to 16? We are having the 4 hours between 12 to 16. Therefore, up to 0 to 4 hours, we obtain the 60 megawatts. Okay, next, what is the highest peak? That is 50 megawatts. How many hours the 50 megawatts will be obtained? 20 to 24. That means 4 hours. Okay, therefore, 4 to 8, we obtain the 50 megawatts. Okay, therefore, 4 to 8, we obtain the 50 megawatts. Okay, what is the next highest peak? That is 40 megawatts. Okay, therefore, how many hours the 40 megawatts will be uptime? That is 8 to 12. Okay, that is 8 to 12. 8 to 12 is 4 hours. Okay, therefore 4 hours 40 megawatts will be uptime. Next, what is the next peak? 20 megawatts. Okay, this is 20 and this is the 20, and then we calculate how many hours the 20 megawatts will be uptime. That is 0 to 8 hours plus 16 to 20 hours. That means 0 to 8 means 8 hours and 16 to 20 means 4 hours. Okay, 8 plus 4 is 12 hours. Okay, therefore totally 12 to 24 hours we obtain the 20 megawatts. Okay, understand ma? Therefore totally 12 hours we obtain the 20 megawatts. Okay, this is the load duration curve. Okay, and then we observe the what is the difference between load curve and the load duration curve. Okay, in the load duration curve, all the loads will be obtained in the descending order. Okay, therefore the load duration curve gives the various loads in the descending order. Okay, therefore this is the difference between the load curve and the load duration curve. Okay, by using this load duration curve, we easily observe the highest peaks that will be obtained in the power system or the power plants easily, and how many hours that highest peak at a particular load will be obtained, that will be easily calculated by using the load duration curve. Okay, understand ma? This is the graph that will be shown between the load curve and the load duration curve. Okay, on the x-axis we are considering as the time, and y-axis we are considering as the different loads. Okay, understand? On the x-axis we are considering the time. Okay, the time will be represented in the 24 hours format. Okay, that's why we are considering on the x-axis we are taking the time in the 24 hours, and y-axis we are taking the load in megawatts, and y-axis we are taking the load in megawatts. Okay, by using this given data, we can easily draw that load curve. Okay, we can easily draw that load curve. Next, by using this load curve, we easily draw that load duration curve and then count the what is the highest peak and how many hours that will be uptime. Okay, by understanding those terms, then easily draw that load duration curve. Okay, this is the difference between the load curve and the load duration curve. Okay, understand ma? This is the difference between the load curve and the load duration curve. Okay, next coming to the number of units generated. How we will be calculate the number of units generated? Okay, that means area under the load curve. Okay, how we will be find out that number of units generated for that area? Okay, that will be easily calculated by the from the load curve or the load duration curve. How we will be calculated means, first of all, the load will be there in megawatts, then it will be converted into the kilowatts. Okay, multiplied with 10 cube. Okay, 10 cube into first from the load duration curve or the load curve, we will draw the area. Okay, we will find out the area for that loads. First of all, 60 megawatts, that will be uptime 0 to 4 hours. Therefore, 4 into 60. Okay, by using the load duration curve, we easily calculate the area. Okay, therefore 4 into 60 plus 50 into 4 or 4 into 60, 50, 4 into 50 plus 40 into 4 plus 4 into 40 plus 20 into 12 plus 12 into 20 plus 12 into 20. Okay, this is the procedure for calculating the number of units generated by using the load curve or the load duration curve. For same as that of by using the load curve, we will find that area. That means first 20 megawatts, that will be uptime the time 0 to 6. Therefore, 6 into 20 plus 40 into 4 plus 60 into 4 plus 20 into 4 plus 50 into 4. Okay, this is the procedure for finding the load curve, for finding the number of units generated by using the load curve or the load duration curve. Okay, understand ma? For the given data, we easily draw the graph for that load curve and the load duration curves. Okay, therefore on the x-axis we are considering the time and y-axis we are considering the different loads. Okay, understand? Okay, this is the graph for the load curve and the load duration curve. By using these graphs, we easily identify the number of units generated. Okay, next coming to the second problem. Okay, next coming to the second problem. 100 megawatts power system delivers 100 megawatts for 2 hours and 50 megawatts for 6 hours. And the shutdown for a station for each day, and shut down the station for each day. It is also shut down for maintenance for 45 days each year. Okay, for each year, the system will be shut down for 45 days. Okay, therefore, calculates its annual load factor. Okay, this is the second problem. Okay, 100 megawatts power station. Okay, the rating of the power station is 100 megawatts. Okay, it delivers 100 megawatts for 2 hours. Okay, 100 megawatts for 2 hours. Next, 50 megawatts for 6 hours and shut down for a station of each day. And shut down for a station of each day. It is also shut down for maintenance for 45 days each year. For each year, the system will be shut down for 45 days. Therefore, calculate the annual load factor. Therefore, we are calculating the annual load factor. Okay, what is the formula for load factor? Therefore, the load factor is equal to average load by maximum demand. Okay, therefore, the formula for load factor, that is equal to average load by maximum demand. Therefore, load factor is equal to the average load by maximum demand. Therefore, the units generated per day. Okay, what is the units that will be generated per day? That is 100 megawatts for 2 hours. That means 100 into 2 plus 50 megawatts 6 hours. That means 50 into 6 plus 50 into 6. That is equal to 500 into 10 cube megawatts. Okay, that is equal to 500 into 10 cube megawatts. Okay, this is the units generated per day. Okay, this is the number of units generated per day. Okay, next we calculate the what is the number of units generated per year. Okay, this is the 500 into 10 cube megawatts is the units generated per day. Then we calculate the number of units generated per year. Okay, how many units that will be generated per year? Okay, how many days are there per year? That is 365 days. Okay, per year we are having the per year we are having the 365 days. Okay, in the 365 days, the system will be shut down for 45 days. Okay, understand ma? In the 365 days, the system will be shut down for 45 days. Okay, therefore, the total days then the system or the power system will be run, that is 365 minus 45. Okay, that is 365 minus 45. Okay, therefore 365 minus 45 into number of units generated per day is 500. Okay, into the number of units generated per day is 500. Therefore, 500 into 365 minus 45. 365 minus 45. Okay, then that will be equal to 160 into 10 power 3 megawatts. That will be equal to 160 into 10 power 3 megawatts. Okay, this is the number of units generated per year. Okay, this is the number of units generated per year. Okay, next we calculate the average load. Okay, next we calculate the average load. Okay, what is the formula for average load? That is number of units generated per hours. Okay, what is the number of units generated? That is 160 into 10 cube. That is 160 into 10 cube. Okay, therefore, the number of units generated is 160 into 10 cube by 24 into 365 minus 45 days. How many days are there? 365 days total year. Okay, we are calculating the annual average load. Okay, that's why we are considering the annual days. How many days the system will be operated or the power system will be operated? That is 365 days minus 45. Why? Because we are considering 365 minus 45. Therefore, 45 days the system will be shut down. Okay, therefore 45 days the system will be shut down. Okay, then we are considering the days in a year is 365 minus 45. Then we are considering the days in a year is 365 minus 45. Then we obtain the 325 days into 24 hours. How many hours are there for a day? That is 24 hours. Okay, that is 24 hours. Okay, therefore 160 into 10 cube by 24 into 365 minus 45. Then we obtain 20.8 megawatts. Okay, this is the average load per annum. Okay, then we calculate the annual load factor. Okay, then we calculate the annual load factor. Okay, what is the formula for annual load factor? That is average load by maximum demand. Okay, that is average load by maximum demand. Okay, therefore annual load factor that is equal to average load by maximum demand. Okay, therefore annual load factor that is equal to the average load by maximum demand. Okay, what is the average load? That is 20.8 by what is the maximum demand? That is 100. Okay, therefore always the load factor is less than 1. Always the load factor is uptime less than 1. Okay, this is the formula for calculating the annual load factor. Okay, therefore annual load factor is equal to the average load by maximum demand. Okay, therefore the annual load factor is equal to the average load by maximum demand. Okay, understand my next coming to the third problem. Okay, coming to the third problem, a generating station has a maximum demand. Okay, therefore a generating station has a maximum demand of 10,000 kilowatts, has a maximum demand of 10,000 kilowatts. Okay, the daily load on the section is as follows. Okay, therefore the daily load on the section is as follows. Okay, this is the daily load on the given power system or the station. Okay, therefore with respect to the time and the kilowatts, we obtain the daily load, that is the time, that is 11 p.m. How many watts? That is 2000 kilowatts. Okay, and 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Okay, that is 3500 watts, and 8 a.m. to 12 noon 8000, and 12 noon to 1 p.m. 3000, and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. 7500, and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. 8500, and 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. 10,000. Okay, therefore 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. we obtain the 4500. Okay, this is the given data. Okay, therefore by using this data, we draw the load curve and the load duration curves. Okay, by using this data, we draw the load curve and the load duration curves. Okay, from this data, draw the load curve and the load duration curve of the station, and the number of units generated and the load factor. Number of units generated and the load factor. Okay, we are calculating the number of units generated and the load factor. Okay, what is the formula for load factor? That is average load by maximum demand. Okay, what is the average load? That is number of units generated by hours. Okay, what is the average load? That is number of units generated by hours. Okay, understand ma? First, by using this given data, first of all, we draw the load curve. Okay, after that, we draw the load duration curve. Okay, the time will be taken AM to PM. Okay, therefore on the x-axis we are considering the time in the AM and the PM. This is the 2 AM, next 4 AM, 6 AM, next 8 AM, next 10 AM, next 12 noon. Next we are considering 2 PM. Okay, this is 2 PM. And this is 4 PM and 6 PM and 8 PM, 10 PM and 12 midnight. And 12 midnight. Okay, next on the y-axis we are considering the loads. The loads will be there in 2000 to 8000. Okay, therefore we are considering that is 2000 in kilowatts, 2000 kilowatts. This is 4000, and this is 6000, and this is 8000. Otherwise we are considering that is 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, 6000, 7000, and up to 8000. Okay, first of all, 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Okay, this is the PM. Okay, therefore 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. 2000 megawatts. Sorry, 2000 kilo. Okay, 11 to 6 a.m. This is 2000. Okay, after that 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. 3500. 6 to 8 up to 6. Up to 2000 megawatts, kilowatts. Okay, 3500. Okay, this is the 3000 and 3500. 3500, that is 6 to 8. Okay, therefore it is 6 to 8. Next, 8 a.m. to 12 noon, 8000. 8 to 12, 8000. Okay, this is the 8, and 8 to 12. Next, 12 to 1 p.m. Next, 12 to 1 p.m. 3000. 12 to 1 p.m. 3000. Twelve to 1 p.m. that is 3000. Next, 1 to 5 p.m. 7500. Okay, this is the 5. 7500. Okay, this point is 7000. 7500 up to 5. Next, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. 8500. Okay, this is the 10,000. Okay, 5 to 7. Okay, this is the 5. This is the 7. 5 to 7. We obtain 8500. Okay, this point is the 8500. That is 7 p.m. Okay, this is the 7 p.m. Okay, this is the 7 p.m. Next, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. 10,000. Okay, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, this is the 9 p.m. That is 10,000. Okay, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. 10,000. Next, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. 4,500. 9 p.m. to 11. This is 4,500. 9 p.m. to 11. Okay, this is the load curve. Okay. Okay, this is the load curve. like this. Okay, this is the load curve graph. Okay, understand ma? By using this load curve, we easily draw the load duration curve. Okay, by using this load curve, we easily draw the load duration curve. Okay, understand ma? This is the graph for the load curve. Like this, the load curve will be obtained. Okay, and then by using this load curve, we will draw the load duration curve. Okay, how we will draw that load duration curve? First, consider what is the highest peak or the maximum peak. This is the highest peak or the maximum peak. Okay. Its value is 10,000. Okay, by using this load curve, we easily draw that load duration curve like this. Okay, that will be explained in the next class, and then we can continue this problem in the next class. Okay, thank you. We continue in the next class.